Smartphone screen refresh rates are becoming a big thing in 2020. What you're seeing is what I'm seeing. Now we've slowed down by 75%, so 25% of the footage over here. You guys can see that scrolling through apps, you can't see too much of a difference, but you see a lot more on the screen on the 144Hz and 120Hz panels as opposed to the others. Going into the settings menu over here to manage our apps and check our app information. Once we go ahead and slow it down, once again, you can see so many more frames with the high refresh panels on the right-hand side over there, as opposed to the 90 and 60Hz on the left-hand side. I do think that the biggest jump so far is between 60Hz and 90Hz, as opposed to 120 and 144, which might be an overkill for some. Now, this is a UFO vertical text test. You guys can go check this out by yourselves if you'd like to. I'll put the link in the description down below. When you're scrolling through text, you're not going to notice too much of a difference. It actually, in my honest opinion, it's more about a K30 Pro Zoom Edition over here. When we go into playing games here, the Subway Surfers has no cap limit on it at all. So the Nubia Red Magic 5G is shooting at 144Hz here. We've slowed down the clip a lot right now. You can see how much more fluid it is now, slowing it down by 90% as opposed to the previous one, which was 75%. It is a lot more fluid when gaming, and you do notice it. And the S20 Ultra can do it at 120Hz here, but the OnePlus 8 Pro can't. So it's really strange. You kind of need to know if you're going to be able to play games at these high refresh rates that you are splurging your money on. And I must say that even with the S20 Ultra, it used to do bullet force at 120Hz, but now it is limiting to 60Hz. As you guys will see here, when we slow it down, it is on par with the 60Hz panel on the Redmi K30 Pro on the left-hand side there, where the Black Shark 3 Pro and the Red Magic 5G are just outshining the competition over here, especially with the Red Magic 5G. You really do notice it when you're playing games, especially first-person shooter games. The Black Shark 3 Pro and Red Magic 5G are pretty much the biggest gaming rivals of this year so far, and you feel the difference when you're playing a FPS game over here when you are slightly faster than your competition. And it is noticeable and it feels a hell of a lot smoother, but of course you can just increase your sensitivity options and you can move around slightly faster. That's not the same thing as frames per second. You're actually seeing more on the screen at the same time. Well, per second, you're seeing more on